All right, how's it going, everyone? So it has been a while. Hopefully, everyone has been doing good. So what we're gonna talk about today is the chiller I've been working on. This is not even close to being finished, but this is a cheap chiller I've been working on. Been talking about way back, and starting to get to it here. Looks pretty big. It's not that big of a chiller. Holds just over 2 gallons of antifreeze in it right now. So it's 2 gallon, just over 2 gallons of antifreeze in it right now. We're good till about minus 60. We won't reach that though right now. Not even expensive chillers can do that, but minus 60 fluid. We're covered there. We are fully insulated. I made the tank here for the evap. This is the evap. I didn't get rid of the fins. I want as much fin density as possible basically in it. There's lots of water flow, which helps it, of course, so no issues there. Made from It's made from acrylic, not super thick. Handles the temperature just fine. It's not like it's going from cold to hot. Uh, Certain acrylic is just fine for cold temperature. You just don't want to have cheap certain acrylic. This acrylic works really good though. It's insulated with neoprene insulation. Just sticks on. We just got over a quarter inch, almost half inch thick of neoprene on this now. Works really good for thermal barrier. We got some on the inlets and outlets for the CPU and for the GPU. GPU is just hanging up here, right here. I'll show that here. So, GPU block, I just have it hanging. Also, all insulated up nicely. Really need to do that. So, really need to do it because we are doing over minus 20 on this chiller system right now. So, we'll do below minus 20. All this right now. So, we got Dave, good old Dave, 24 degrees right now for ambient temperature. The big thermal probe right here is the actual water temperature, and this right here is for the the condenser basically for the temperature, so I can get a rough reading for what the pressure ratio is. This is R32 system. It's high pressure, very efficient though, which is really nice. Huge compressor, 1 horsepower compressor, which is plenty for most people in most cases. Um, the capillary tube, it could be a bit bigger, and the run of the line thickness seems to be pretty good. The run length is a little long, and what I would like to do in the future, this is way future plans, but to have a actual holding tank for more refrigerant, and to get a VFD, which is a variable frequency drive, so that way instead of it being a single phase 60 hertz, I can change it to 65 or 70 hertz or even higher if I wanted, and that will make the compressor run faster, and that would help cool it down faster and maybe achieve colder temperatures. Because this unit, when it reaches below 20, basically is cold. Everything is basically cold. The compressor is cold. Nothing's warm at all. Everything's cold to the touch. Well, hand warm to the touch. So this condenser here, the coils will be water cooled here in the future. So this will all be water cooled. It'll be a fairly compact system, and then everything gets vented out through a 6-inch inline ducting that I have set up for the chiller out the window. So nice and quiet, and no heat in the room, which is really nice. So that's why air or ambient temp 24 and 18C right now. I'm going to turn on the system just to show you how quickly it does cool down. Um, I had to insulate all the lines. The capillary tube, I made sure I dunked it in the water, made sure it's good in the water. Helps with flash off. I insulated the capillary tube lining as well before the capillary tube, which helped as well, and that also helps flashing, so that way it's not flashing off as hard, and it can actually cool down the evap a bit quicker. Works really good. All in all, works really good. We have this set up. Helps to have it plugged in. So now we have it on. So it's on right now. And the PC is on right now. It's just a 3770K. I've been doing testing on it. Z690 board broke on me. It's the switching frequency. Can't figure it out for some reason. So I'm not using my main system. Hopefully this video turns out okay. It's done on a 3770K. But yeah, I have to get new board, so I got to save up for a bunch of new hardware. Bunch of hardware from the move, broken, damaged. I can't fix it, so a lot of things I got to do, unfortunately. But this will cool down. Yeah, the temperature went up. It's odd how this thermal probe works. It's not exactly the fastest, but it does work pretty good. It's pretty accurate. Tested with a whole bunch of different thermal probes, brand new thermal probes too, so works pretty good. This as well, as you can see, the temperature is rising on the condenser coils. It's not 24, it is a bit higher than 24, but it's the best kind of reading I could do. Taped it up to the coil the best I could for the condenser, and that helps. I should do it right at the outlet line, the headline there. I should do it right on that, tape it up really good, insulate it so that way I can see the actual temperature. But rough reading's good enough, because if you're trying to get a good ratio on this, on all AC systems for max efficiency throughout the whole run. When this does hit 0, it does go down to -10 fairly slow. Then once it hits -10, it goes down to about -18, -20 fairly quickly from all my testing. I also need to add in a fairly big, well, not really fairly big, but a pump. And I want to design it so that way it flows over the fins really good, pushes water through all the fins simultaneously, basically, is the plan. So that is what I would like to do for it. Is, yeah, it's going to be a little different, but it will work really good. And I do have to use this coolant because this is aluminum fins and my blocks are, unfortunately, copper. So this fluid right here just helps with the corrosion. It's inhibitors, a lot of inhibitors in it. As you see now, temperature on the condenser side starting to go up, starting to kick on a bit. And now it's starting to go up because we're increasing in pressure. As temperature is dropping, this will be fairly warm. It's just barely warm. Stays really cool. Due to the fact I have really good airflow over that. Way better than the actual condensing fan that was on it, because it kind of, I don't know if it was maybe trying to blow too much air through it, just making a lot of backlash basically from on my testing once I added on. So this is just made from cardboard, high strength cardboard, and some aluminum tape taped up to this really good. This is all testing purposes. It's all taped up really good, and the inline duct fans is taped hooked up to the back of it, and I tape up the ducting. Goes out, works really good. Lots of airflow, stays really cool the whole time, which helps cool this down really quick. As you see now, we're already at 14, and again, this is over 2 gallons. This is over 2 gallons of antifreeze in the system, and the system is running. So the thermal probe is not near the actual evap either. It's by the outlet hose. It's actually by the outlet hose, roughly by the outlet hose of the actual water. I'll be showing pictures on the screen throughout the video here, just to show pictures of how my setups I've done so far, different kind of trial and error. I also had this system, this AC unit, first 10 minutes of having it, tore it apart. Well, used it first, wasn't the greatest. It was not greatest, blowing like 12 degrees air, like terrible. And then when I got it all modified, started blowing 1 degree, 2 degree air out of it, and that was the air temperature, and it worked really good as an air conditioner, but turned it into my chiller that I wanted. As you see, it works pretty good. So R32 chiller, 1 horsepower compressor, rotary compressor. It's just single phase, unfortunately, but if you're gonna go cheap, well, yeah, you gotta get cheap. So almost at 10C now. Didn't take very long either, which is kind of nice. About 35 to 45 minutes from testing from 30C water temp all the way down to minus 22 takes about 45 minutes, which is really good. Ambient temp of about 25C from testing. So it does not take very long to cool down. It'll just keep cooling it down. If the CPU is just on, so just CPU running, it'll hold minus 18 to minus 20, no problem, at 5 gigahertz on the CPU all core while continuously benching. With the GPU, and I use the HD 6970 because it runs hot, just runs hot automatically. We put a lot of volts into it, and ran that with it as well, and it was holding minus 17, minus 18 as well. So no issues there for holding temperature, which is really, really good in my opinion. It does help to have a big reservoir that's nicely insulated as well. Future plans, like I said, water cooling the condenser, that will help big time. Probably maybe do something with the outlet temperature discharge for before the actual condenser, maybe cool them as well. That might help out a bit, but all in all, better a different size cap, a larger cap with a shorter run for the actual length of tubing. I believe it's 6mm tubing, which is no, not 6mm. It's 4mm tubing, which should be plenty. But it's just too long of a run. They have it set up for AC, of course. So if I shorten the run, it would actually help with the actual flashing off. It's just quicker. It'd be faster than this. I mean, it's only been 4 or 5 minutes now. We've already dropped 7 degrees, 8 degrees, 8 degrees. So about Celsius per minute. Not too bad in my opinion. Again, while the system is running. But that's what I've been working on. But yeah, that's it for this video again. If you have any comments, let me know in the comment section. I'm just gonna keep working on this. Get my collection up and start doing some more stuff. Maybe show you exactly how I build this. Maybe build another one, not like this, but a different style. In the future, I'll just try to save up money, and throughout the months, maybe years, I'll start making some of these up and start doing more tutorial videos for chillers and that. Not do it such a basic, but all in all, for minus 22, minus 23C right now, temperature for less than $200 right now, Canadian, I say pretty good. So yeah, temps gone back up. We are now at about 32C on evap side. It does feel about right. And 8C. So we're cooling down again. 1C per minute roughly. Maybe a little bit faster than 1C per minute while the system's running. That's it for this video. I just want to make a quick video showing I'm around. Just been busy. Got a lot of things to do. And I hope everyone's been doing good. So, that's it for this video. And again, as always, don't forget to get her done. Peace.